Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can already tell by the title, I am going to be doing a story time. I've been wanting and meaning to do another story time. The last story and the only story time that I done was why I graduated late. If you haven't watched that, then go ahead and watch it. It's a long one, but it's a good one. So go ahead and go watch it. I want to do another story time, but I just didn't know of what. So I was talking to my sister and I was like, what should I do a story time about? And she was like, right away, she was like, why don't you do a story time of when you ate a rock? And I was like, what the heck? I was like, oh my god, I totally forgot that I did that. I was like about 9 or 10 years old. And if you're probably wondering, what the heck, you ate a rock, why'd you eat a rock, how did you eat a rock, like, you probably having a whole bunch of questions in your head. And if you want to know and you want to get an answer to all of your questions, then stay tuned, because I'm going to tell you everything about why I ate this rock. Before we get started, like always, do not forget to subscribe. We are already in the month of February and I want to reach 200 subscribers by the end of this month, and only you guys can help me. It's simple, just press that subscribe button. That's all you gotta do. And while you're at it, turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified each and every single time I post a new video. I've been posting really frequently, so you do not want to miss out. Okay, so before we get to the night where I just decided to eat this rock, I was in elementary still, and my friend had gave me this. It was not just a random rock that you've seen, like, outside in your garden. It was like this very nice, it kind of looked like a marble, kind of. It felt like a marble. It was blue, I remember. And it was like, but it was a rock. So I had it with me for like a couple, like maybe like a week or two. I would carry it with me all the time. Like, what?
Why would you carry it?
Girl, I don't know why I would carry it with me, but I would. Like, I would play with it. I would just take it everywhere with me for some reason. Like, I would take it to class. I would play with it during recess. I think my other friends had like another rock too that I would like to see. I don't know. I was just so obsessed with this rock. Like, I was just like, I always carried it with me, like, all the time. Like, it was that thing, like, I don't know if you guys have this thing that you just have to have with you, like, all the time. Like, if you don't have it, you have to go back and get it. So that was the rock to me. Like, I had to always carry this rock. I always wanted it around me. So I had this rock always around me for like a week or two. And then I remember one day my sister was like, oh, let me see. And I showed her, and then she was like, oh, I thought it was a candy. She was like, because there's a type of candy that looks like this or something like that. And I'm like, no, it's a rock. And then she was like, oh, okay. So then, I don't think that was the day that happened. I think she told me that, and like still days passed, but I was still thinking, like, what if it is? I don't know. I guess I was thinking, like, what if it was a candy or something? But I never tried to like bite it. I never tried to do anything with it. I just kept playing with it. And then so one day I was outside. We had there was people over at my house too. And that night I was just outside playing with the other girls, and we were playing and stuff. And I don't remember if I was jumping rope or if I was with the hula hoop. I think I was jumping rope. And so like we were playing outside, and then I showed the little girl. I was so proud of that rock too. I showed that little girl. I was like, oh, look at my rock. Like, I was showing her my rock and stuff. And then I guess I didn't have pockets where to put it, and I didn't want to go put it away or something. So my smart ass, I decided, you know what, I don't have pockets where to put my rock, and I didn't want to put it anywhere like I didn't want to put it anywhere far. I wanted my rock with me. So what I did is I decided to put my rock inside my mouth. So I didn't eat this rock. I didn't swallow this rock being like, oh, I'm gonna swallow it and think and try and see if it was candy, because I still had that in my head. Like, I was still thinking like if it was candy or not. But I never tested it out. And so that night, since I was still thinking about that and I didn't have nowhere else to put a rock and I was jumping rope, I wanted to save it somewhere. So I put it inside of my mouth and I started jumping rope, and it was cool at first, it was in my mouth, it wasn't going anywhere, and I was jumping rope or whatever. Then I guess someone talked to me or someone said something to me. So I tried, when I tried talking, I breathed in, and in the time where I breathe in is when the rock went inside of me and I swallowed it. And I was jumping rope, I breathed in, and the freaking rock, I swallowed it, and it kind of got stuck because it wasn't too big. It wasn't tiny. It was probably this big or something. And so it I swallowed it and it kind of got stuck in my throat. And I was like, and you know how it's that reaction that you have when you swallow gum, you're just like, oh fuck, that's exactly what it felt like. But I was like, fuck, I swallowed my rock. And so I swallowed it, and then I ran inside the house, and I like I said, there was a visit at the house, and I ran inside the house, and I told either my mom or my dad, I think my mom, I told her I swallowed my rock, and they knew what rock because they had seen me freaking going everywhere with this rock. So I told them, and I don't really remember because this was a while back. I do remember that my parents panicked and they're like, how'd you eat the rock? Why'd you eat it? They started yelling at me, asking a whole bunch of questions. And I was at first, when I first swallowed it, I didn't get scared. I was just oh snap, I swallowed it. And then that's when I went to my parents, but I wasn't so panicked. I wasn't so scared. And then when I told them and I seen that they were panicking and stuff, that's what kind of got me scared. So I seen how bad they were panicking and asking me questions and yelling at me. So then that them yelling at me, I guess especially, made me feel oh my god, this is, am I gonna die? I get I started thinking am I gonna die, or why are they so freaking out so bad? And then so I started crying, and then I remember that they just laid me down in our couch, and I was just laying down and I was crying. And I was scared. I was really scared for my life. I started shaking and stuff. And then next thing you know, I just remembered me laying down, and then my dad grabbing me, and he was gonna take me to the hospital. He grabbed me, and I just remember being in my dad's arms and him running to the car, and someone told him, let's just call the ambulance. So he ran back inside the house. He laid me down on the couch again, and they called the ambulance. And then the ambulance came. They put me in the bed and everything, and then they put me inside the ambulance. And I remember a cop came and he started asking me questions. He started asking me oh, did someone make you swallow the rock? Who gave you this rock? He started asking why did I do it? He mainly was asking me if someone had forced me to do it. He also asked me if someone forced it down my throat. He was asking questions like that, I guess, because he probably thought since I was I don't know, I guess since I was young, or I don't know, he just thought maybe my parents or someone else had forced this rock inside of me or something. And everyone I had asked me questions, he told everyone to leave. It was just me and him in private. My parents weren't around, no one was around. I was inside the ambulance and he was there with me, and he was just asking me these questions and he was just writing them down and stuff. And then I was when he was asking me these questions, I was crying because I was what, I'm talking to a cop, why is this cop asking me questions? And I was scared because a cop was asking me questions. A cop, my little 9-year-old 10-year-old self was a cop. Oh my god, that's scary. Cops are scary. And he was asking me questions, and then I was also scared because I'm in an ambulance for the first time, and I don't know what the heck I'm doing here, and I feel I'm gonna die. I really thought I was gonna die. And then so he finishes asking me questions, and then they rushed me to the hospital. We got to the hospital. My parents, I don't remember if my mom or my dad came in the ambulance with me. I'm pretty sure they did. I don't remember. I just remember getting to the ambulance, and then probably one of my parents did come in the ambulance with me. I just remember getting to a hospital, and then they took x-rays of me. and they found the freaking rock inside of my stomach. And it was so crazy because it was like the first time me being in it was the first time and only time I've been in an ambulance. And I was like, what the heck? And then the first time that they put me through an x-ray, like, it was crazy. Like, I thought I was gonna die. I really did. So they took x-rays of me and they found the rock, and the doctors just basically gave me like something like that was gonna make me like poop, and then like the rock was gonna come out with the poop, because there wasn't really nothing else to do than just wait until like I poop it out. Crazy. I know this is like TMI, but I don't ever remember like seeing like the rock actually come out, because I know I was waiting for it. Because they told me that, oh, like, you know, you just gotta wait, like, you're just gonna like poop it out, you know. But I don't remember. Like, I probably did like one time see it in the toilet, but I do remember that I would wait for it. Like, I would always like wanna, you know, go to the restroom, and I would check the toilet like, oh my god, are you there? Are you there yet? This was a very quick video, but it's just like, you know, a little quick story time of how I ate a rock. But yeah, it wasn't no like dirt, like freaking rock that you see in the dirt. No, it was like a nice cool rock. I'm actually searched up on Google, and I'll probably like insert a picture, or I'll probably insert a picture right now if I see anything close to it. But yeah, it was a nice looking rock, and yeah, I swallowed a freaking rock, and it's freaking crazy. Like, I don't know what was going through my head. First of all, like, why would I put the rock inside my mouth and not expect it to like accidentally just swallow it? Or why would I freaking talk with the rock inside my mouth? Like, that's going to be the end of today's video. I know it was really pretty short. This is a short story time, but I don't know, it was just something that I was like, you know what, let me share it. Since some of you guys were asking for story times, I was like, let me just throw this little story time and post it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want any more story times, or a story time on something specific, I'll probably be doing like a little like for you guys to like do like a little poll. Do you want to do a story time of this or this? Like, I'll put like different scenarios where you guys can like tell me what you guys want to hear about next. That's why if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's going to be right here, because I do make you guys, not make you guys, but I do ask you guys a lot of questions due to my YouTube. Like, I like to like make you guys part of it. Like, I ask you guys which videos are better, what would you guys like to see, and this is how I knew that you guys would like to see a story time, because I did ask what you guys would like to see, and some of you guys were saying a story time. So I do really include you guys a lot. So if you don't follow me, go ahead and follow me. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe, get me to 200, turn your post notifications, and like this video. And thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on my next one.